Hi, and thank you for joining our autumn detox group, where we will be getting into energy building practices and knowledge that will help you to support your lung chi. So, thank you and welcome. So, let's begin with our first practice. This is our balancing practice of our inner fire and inner water. So, let's place our right hand over our heart chakra and our left hand over our sacral. And relax and breathe. This is a alchemical practice where we use our right side in Qigong is considered lunar, and we place that lunar channel over our heart chakra, which is considered fire. And this is one form of alchemy. And the other is the left side of our body is considered to be fire or solar. And we place that hand over our sacral chakra, which is our water center. So this again is another alchemical practice. And as your hands are in place, you'll notice your body feeling more relaxed and more calm. And as you breathe, deepen your connection to your inner fire and inner water and its various channels and the way it's moving in your body and your energetic body. Notice you'll become more calm, more relaxed. And relax. So, during this season of the lungs, we will be getting into many layers of the benefits of breathing well and how it improves your immunity by bringing in fresh oxygen during your inhalation and exhaling out toxins. Inhaling in oxygen creates healthy blood, and this will allow your organs to operate and function better. By having cleaner blood, your body can fight off infections that causes you to have sick energy. And this is a way you can keep your immune system strong. So you want to include more antioxidants like berries and green vegetables that you can include beans, fish, and poultry. And also, as you're doing breathing practices, or if you experience a cold or you become ill during the lung chi season, you want to practice laying on your belly with your back exposed. And of course, this is the largest part of your lungs is in your back. So you'll have lots of room for expansion when you're doing your breathing practices. Deep, deep belly breathing increases oxygen. So pay attention to how you're breathing. Drinking lots of water, this is going to help to improve your blood oxygen levels. And also, exercising increases oxygen saturation levels. And this is the amount of oxygen that you have circulating in your blood. And always go out and breathe with the trees. Even when they shed all of their leaves, there's still energy on the ground from the leaves that's there. And also, you have your trees that still have their leaves. They're the conifers, the cypress, the pine trees. So go out in nature and breathe with the trees. You also want to consider enhancing your breathing by adding plants into your home to protect you from airborne toxins. Most house plants have a label inside to show you what airborne toxins that they are removing. And according to the U.S. Environmental Agency, or the EPA, we spend about 90% of our time indoors. So we want to have plants to remove toxins, benzene, formaldehyde, and many more that's hidden in the paints that's in our wall, the floors, boards, the furniture, um, overlays. All of these things are loaded with toxins and they're in the air that we breathe. So we want to bring in the plants. So go out to a local greenhouse or Lowe's somewhere and buy yourself some healthy plants for your house. Just want to talk about one particular plant, that's the snake, which is very, very good to kill off airborne toxins. It's also great for the lungs. And the snake loves corners of the house. So this plant is also able to absorb negative energy, which is great to have in an office or somewhere where you're working. And this plant also gives off oxygen at night. So this is a wonderful plant for a bedroom to have. And since this plant is shaped like a sword, you can use it for spiritual protection. So place this plant by doors for this purpose, or if you're going to have a party or have people around, you want to have an ally, a secret ally with you that can help you um, for spiritual protection. Also, the snake can protect you from radiation from computers, TVs, and other appliances. So this is a wonderful ally. It's very hard to kill. So if you don't have a green thumb, don't worry, the snake plant is okay. So some more to enhancing breathing is really want to work during the season of the lungs, avoiding toxins from unnatural perfumes. We like to spray on our body to go out. We want to replace this with aromatics, essential oils, things that your body can receive, perfumes that have mints and eucalyptus and things of that nature in there that really enhances your lung qi. Also, harmful practices such as smoking or being around secondhand smoke, that's something you want to avoid during lung season. Burning heavily scented candles, you want to work with soy candles or natural candles that don't have a lot of heavy fragrance. And also, you don't want to burn candles that are in small spaces and not very well ventilated. So, if you're going to burn incense, you want to make sure your room has a lot of air, kind of crack a window, if you're going to burn some incense for spiritual work. So, there's a lot of aromatherapy that you can do for the lungs in terms of cooking. So I love to use culinary herbs while cooking that allows the diffusion to come up in the air as you're preparing your meal. So some very supportive herbs for the lungs is peppermint, which is great for sore throats and it helps with coughing. Oregano, which is great for viruses and bacteria and good for coughs. Cinnamon is great for germ protection and also another layer of cough protection. And thyme, which is great for bacteria and viruses. And rosemary can break up mucus. And all of these herbs listed are great to cook with. You can put them in salads and you can also use them in herbal soups and curry sauces. So the flowering herbs that is very great is geranium. So I like to use that in terms of natural perfumes, and this is great for a cough treatment as well. And you can diffuse it into the air. And the tree medicine would be coming from the cypress. Of course, that's great for protection. from cell damage. So you can use cypress and diffuse that as well. And eucalyptus is great for a chest rub. I also use cypress over my eyebrows. It's in our actual eyebrow serum. So we like to layer layer the skincare that it can actually be for aromatherapy and help support with sinuses and all sorts of things. So you get a lot for the herbs that we put together. And so the eucalyptus, of course, for your chest rub. Frankincense is also great for cough, bronchitis, and asthma. So there's tons of other flowering herbs that I could have went into, but these are just a couple just to get you into the mood of how to prepare yourself so you can have a aromatic experience during your lung season. So let's go on to our second practice. So now we're going to kind of center ourselves and pay attention to our breathing. And we're going to be doing nose breathing. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale out for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. And repeat that practice over, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. And now just allow yourself to not breathe. And when you need to take a breath in, just notice how that felt to be in that space of the in between, the inhalation and exhalation. I like to do this breathing practice for about 5 minutes and then spend as much time as I can in the in between. No breathing, just there, noticing. So, for the 28-day detox period, we like to get into diet. If you know, there's many layers to the detox. So we do the emotional cleansing, we do the energy, breathing, clearing practices, and Qigong movement. But we also get into diet. So it is a 4-week diet where we detox, where we start out with the lunar diet with the full moon with just liquid nutrition. And we do that, try to do that for a whole day. We like to encourage those that can't do just liquids and they have to have food to have watery food, such as cabbages and salads and herbal soups and things that are have a lot of water in them. So that's how we kick off our 28-day detox. And then we go into a vegetarian diet. So we like to start out with week 1 for those who take meat. that they would just go down to fish and chicken for the first week. And then they have all the vegetables, fruit, whole grains, nuts, and seeds that they want, but they can have chicken and fish. And we like to include that in the peak of the day when the sun is hot and only eating about what you can hold in the palm of your hand of meat, and only one meal of meat for that time period. So the first meal should always be fresh fruit and lemon water upon rising, and soups and salads for lunch. And each week we will move deeper and deeper into our detoxing experience. By the following week, moving into a vegetarian based diet. We're still going to be cooking our foods for those who like to cook their foods. We'll have lots of meal choices. You can have quinoa, brown rices, etc. So there's so much to choose from this particular week, the second week. And in the third week, it's going to be a little more aggressive because we will be moving into a raw diet. So this is going to be just eating raw vegetables, fruits. All of your grains will be sprouted, and this is going to be a very aggressive diet. So you're going to be using the Spice Kingdom to heat you up because in the autumn season here in Northeast Ohio, it's chilly. So you can bring in the Spice Kingdom to warm you up when you're eating a cooling diet. And the fourth week, which is the last week, you're going to be moving into a liquid-based diet. And this is going to really enhance your detoxing experience. So this is going to be the time to really work with the aromatics of your herbal tea blends to help to support the removal of toxins. And also, if you can, have a very light week of not being too active because it burns a lot of energy. You will may not have as much energy when you're juicing and just having a juice diet for an entire week. So this might be a time to see if you can take some time off from work and just maybe work from home where you can be indoors and wrapped up in a nice cozy blanket and doing a lot of breathing practices and drinking fresh water. And as we talked about the emotional clearing, the lung season is about working with hidden sadness, depression, and despair. So take active notes of some of the thought forms that trigger your emotions, things that you allow yourself to think about, things that are happening in your life that you can't control. Look at that. Where's the sadness? Where's the depression? And monitor it. And then work with transforming practices that you can do to transform it into a higher frequency. So let's go into our third practice, which is a clearing sound for the lungs. So first off, you want to just kind of center yourself and focus on your lungs. Visualize what they look like, and then allow yourself to feel gratitude for all that they do for you to support your life force. And take a full breath in, all the way in, visualizing a beautiful white light going into your lungs. And exhale out with your best effort. Song. And the sound is for the physical lung. Inhale again. Exhale out. So connecting to all of the areas of your lungs. One last time, inhale in. So and place your hands over your lungs and just feel the gratitude. Feel the warm chi from your hands moving through your lungs, smiling. And now let's connect to the emotional part of our lungs and all of the emotional energy of sadness, depression, and despair that's there and how it's affected your lung chi. So inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. One last inhalation in, exhale out. And connect to all of the hidden sadness and depression and despair and visualize it being transformed into courage, righteousness, and strength. Now we're going to tap into the spirit connection to the brain, the spirit of the lungs to the brain. Inhale in and exhale out. So inhale in, exhale out. So and one last time, inhale in, exhale out. So, and just feel your lungs, thanking them, asking for the intelligence, the spirit of the lungs to speak to your brain and communicate what it needs to be more in harmony, more supportive, to work better for your body. So, thank you again for considering joining our Season of the Lung Detox group. And every week we actually do a walk. And we meet at my office at 11 a.m. or at the parks that we choose to walk at. Every week we go to a different park. So thanks again for joining our 28-day Season of the Lungs detox group.